What is the name of that Britney Spears song again?
I did it again.
Yep, I did it again. I went to another auction. Details coming right up. Hello and welcome once again to M Cubed. I am Brian, the Motley Mix Merchant. Thank you very much for dropping by. If this is the first time you've been here, I am a Canadian eBay reseller. Been doing it for about 3 months now. Having a lot of fun in the process and making just a little bit of profit, but enough to keep me going, just for fun. And today we are going to be doing a couple of things, talking about sold items. It was a very, very slow 7 days since the last video. We'll talk about that in a second. And then, as you saw in the opening, I went to another auction last night. I don't know if I really am getting interested in regular thrifting anymore. I've been to these 2 auctions and I've had so much fun at these auctions, and I'm finding some great stuff, and the prices are really, really good. I'll talk about the prices on some of these things that I got. So I don't know, maybe regular thrifting is out for me, and I'm going to start really concentrating on getting some stuff at auctions, because can't beat the prices when you're bidding against nobody for a box of stuff and you get it for $1. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's start off with sold items and this past week's action. There was no action. It was a super slow week. I sold a couple of items right when I was basically uploading last week's video, and I'll talk about those. And then I also sold 2 items yesterday. In between, zip, zilch, nada. Not a single sale for 6 days. Really gets you discouraged. I know it's the midsummer slowdown and all that kind of stuff, but still, you've got 175 items in your eBay store and not a single thing sells for 6 days. You get a little discouraged, especially when you're just sort of starting out like I am in your first 3 months of this. But a couple sales yesterday, almost within 3 hours of each other, give you that little boost and a little jump. Made me go to the auction last night, actually. But so let's go over a couple of things that sold. First of all, it's this Vampire Knight, the Japanese anime plush doll. It is one of the main characters from this Vampire Knight show. I got this, I showed it in a video way back. I've had it for a couple months now. I think I paid $2 for it at the local Value Village, and it sold for $21.99 plus a few bucks towards the shipping. So good turnaround on that one. That is off to the southern United States, I think. Wyoming even, maybe? I don't know. In the U.S. somewhere. And then the next 3 things that sold this week all came from my haul from the last auction from 2 weeks ago. And I talked about all of these in the last video. I sold the lot of 150 already developed Kodak 35mm slides of some random person's trips to London and Scotland back in the early 1960s. I sold the entire lot. I put them together as a lot, sold them for 150 slides plus 150 or more for the full asking price of $19.99 plus shipping. Cost on that was, working it out, about 10 cents. So I turned 10 cents into $20 US. That wasn't bad at all. Also from the last video, you remember I talked about the junk box of electric stuff. Well, one of the things that came out of that junk box was a brand new in the box relay switch, and it sold for, again, $19.35. I had a sale going on in the store, so some of the prices are a little weird, but yeah, $19.35 plus a little bit towards the free shipping on this one. And again, working it out cost-wise, this probably cost me less than 10 cents because the box was one of 10 boxes on a table that I got for $1. Actually, this relay switch probably cost me a penny when you think about it. And I turned it into $19.35 US. So that wasn't bad. And then the last thing that sold as well from the video last week was the Sopranos videos. DVDs. I did sell the 2 parts to the season 6 complete series. So that sold for $19.35 as well as part of the sale, plus free shipping on that one. So just those 3 items that sold in the last 6 days, I've made back over half of what I spent in the entire auction from 2 weeks ago. Well over $50 minus fees, after fees actually, and I only spent $100 total. Canadian. So that's really only $80 US. So I've made well over half my money back already just in selling 3 items from that auction. So I'm hoping it continues. I'm actually still going through the stuff from the auction 2 weeks ago. So got a couple of raised eyebrows when I said I was going to the auction last night here at home. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And so hopefully some more stuff sells from the first auction because it's going great. Really have increased the number of listings on my site thanks to the auction stuff. And, you know, I already made half my money back. So it'll continue on, and hopefully when things really pick up here at the end of August and into the final quarter, really start seeing things flying out of the store from that auction haul 2 weeks ago. Now, let's move on to the auction haul from 1 night ago. It was fun again, a lot of fun. Probably about the same amount of people to start. It did die off at the end. There was a lot of people left, so there weren't many people there left to bid for some of the other items at the end of the auction. But I did very well with the box lots, but they did something to me last night. They changed things up. If you remember 2 weeks ago, the auction at the end, anything that didn't sell, they put it all on the table and I got it all for $1. Well, last night, instead of taking a box away when it didn't sell, they just added it to the next box. So if there was a box of something that you wanted, you may have ended up with 3 boxes and 2 of them nobody wanted because nobody bid on the other 2 boxes, but they put them together with the next box. And so as each one came along, there's a few things I've got over on the table over there that I didn't really want, but I got them because they were pushed together with the next box lot when they didn't sell. So I got them. But, you know, I'll do my best and I'll price them right just to get rid of them, and we'll see. I've got a box of China place settings that I don't want to sell China place settings, but I'll put them together in a couple of lots and split them up and see if I can make a couple of bucks on them. So I got 4 things here I'm going to focus on that I picked up in last night's auction. Pretty good deals. We'll start with this one. This is, I want to say, I don't know, what do you say? It's hand painted, first of all. You know what? You can tell it's hand painted, handmade. Very nice. There's no chips. That is the painting on the inside that you see. That is not chips on there. It's just the way the painting goes, overlaps into the inside. But it is really, really old school Hungarian. You can tell by the writing. It's called Ipar Muzavetsi Valalat. There's a sticker on the bottom. Now the sticker is a little bit torn off. As you can see, that side there is torn off, so it's going to be very difficult to see. But it's signed. The maker signed it. So, you know, these things are all over the place. There's one listed from a Hungarian seller actually for $30 US on eBay right now. But then a plate in the same style with a little bit of different coloring on it sold for $225 US about a month ago. So I'll do some more research, find out exactly who this maker is if I can, from the tag and from the signature. I doubt from the signature, not from the 1960s or 70s Hungary. Probably going to be very difficult to figure that out, but you know, I'll find out where it came from and maybe what city it's from. And that's a pretty cute little vase, and I like that. That was in a box with some other vases and a couple of candlesticks, individual candlesticks. One's metal, one's glass. The kind of thing you don't really want. Actually, I don't think I wanted this one. This is not one that I bid for. This is one of the ones I got when it was pushed into another lot. So I'll take it. I'll do my best with it. And, you know, as I say, in the big scheme of things, that probably cost me 10 cents. So I'm sure I'll make a profit on it. Now let me get this without spilling it. Look at this baby. I got to take the tray back. Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Tracy. I forgot to give you the tray back last night. I'll take it back when I go again. This is a tray full of 20 plus costume jewelry bracelets. Some of them are stretchy with the elastics inside. Some of them flip open. I don't know the names. I don't know the names yet, but or the style, whatever style you call it, clamshell, whatever. Because this one's one of them. This one, see, it opens up like that. So I got this for $5 for 20 of them. They sell anywhere from $3 to $5 to $10, depending how nice they are and if it's a style that somebody wants. So, for 20 of them, even if I average $4 or $5 a piece, that's $80 to $100 US. I paid $5 Canadian. That's $4 US for this entire tray full of bracelets. See anything you like? The eBay store is listed down below in the description. If you'll see anything you like, they will be up in the very near future. Maybe not the near future, but soon, in the next couple of weeks after this video is posted. So if you're seeing this more than 2 weeks after it was originally posted, they're probably on the eBay site or selling already. Okay, I got to get something put down here so I can pick something else up. This is, like I said last time, I'm on a desk. No big table, I'm on a desk, so there's not a lot of room. Anybody seen this before? It is a huge hardcover all about gnomes, and it's obviously very tongue-in-cheek, but the entire book, full hardcover book, is all about gnomes and the details about gnomes and all that kind of stuff, pictures and great illustrations. Now, interesting point though, when the auction came up for this was a standalone auction item. There was a card in it, and they sold it as being signed by the author and by the illustrator. And I thought, I knew the book, and I thought, signed by the author and the illustrator, it's going to be worth some money. But upon further investigation, I look inside, and what they have thought was the signature of the illustrator. And in here, underneath the intro, they thought this was the signature of the author and the illustrator as well. That's not standalone autographs. That's part of the process from when the book was published. But this is in very, very great shape. Like I would say almost pristine shape. A little bit of discoloring because this is from 1977. But it's still in great shape. There's a tiny, tiny little mark on the bottom here of the dust cover, but nothing super, super major. I think this cost me $5 Canadian, so $4 US. I got this for $5. This should go in the $20 range US, plus I'm going to charge for shipping because it's a great big heavy hardcover. $5-6 at least to partially cover the shipping. So I'll definitely make some money on it, not as much as if it actually had been autographed by the author and the illustrator. Although I am going to research that because I saw a couple more listings that say signed by the author and the illustrator, and it's just the exact same signatures that I have in mine in the exact same place on the page. So I think that's just part of the publishing process. But again, first edition English translation from 1977 in really, really, really great shape. Hopefully it turned $4 into 20 or so, maybe even more because of how great a condition it is in. Last item. And I went, RT Auctions, the one I go to, they post pictures of some of the items coming up in their live auction. And when I saw the picture of this, I thought that's pretty interesting, and I researched it, and I'm glad I did. This is a 3D puzzle. Let me get the light out of the way. 3D puzzle of the Cathedral of Notre Dame de Paris. Now, of course, if you remember, the Cathedral of the Notre Dame de Paris about 4 months ago, almost burned to the ground. So it is very much in the news lately. I don't know how long it's going to take them to rebuild it, but this puzzle, this 3D puzzle, it is the big one, 900 and something pieces, 952 pieces, and it is brand new, still factory sealed in the box, as you can see from the reflection of the wrapping on it. Factory sealed, and I got that for $10 Canadian. Somebody bid me up. I had to they get to the end of the auction and they say, is there anything specifically you would like to bid on? And I asked one of the runners to get this one. Somebody that works there actually bid me up once on it, but I could have got it for $5, but I ended up getting it for $10. Those sell right now, I mean sold comps in the last 90 days all over the place. Anywhere from $35 US up to $95 US. The higher prices are for the one that I have. Some of them I don't think they were sealed. Some of them were a smaller version. But this one specifically, it's going to go, I'm thinking, from anywhere from $50 to $90 US. And I think what I'm going to do with this one is an auction first. I'm going to start an auction at like $49.99 or something like that, maybe even $59.99. Start the auction there and see if there's any action. And if not, then I'll bump the price a little bit, put best offer on it, and do it as a buy it now after the auction if the auction doesn't go. So I thought that would, I went specifically to see if that was still there and if I could get that one, and I got it, and I'm glad I did, and hopefully it's going to be a good turnaround for me. $8 US, hopefully turn around anywhere between $50 and $80 US for the sealed Notre Dame Cathedral 3D styrofoam puzzle. So that's just a few of the items. I've got, again, not as much as last time. I didn't spend as much as last time. I spent the equivalent of about $40 US this time, about half as much as I did last time. And I probably got, about half as much stuff. The table's full, but there's no boxes everywhere else, and it's going to be pretty easy to organize and store and take care of all these items. I've already started to downsize a few of the boxes already, so it wasn't too bad. Mess-wise in the house, which my significant other is very happy with. When I came home, she's like, "Oh, where's this stuff going to go?" So I'll find a place. I'll create a place, I promise. So how was your week? Hope you had a lot more success than I did when it came to selling in the last 7 days at least. And I hope you have lots of success this coming weekend, whether you're going garage sailing or thrifting at the Goodwills or wherever you may go. Have yourself a great weekend and a great week to come. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button down below. It really does help the video and the channel when you hit the thumbs up on the video. And if you really want to follow along with the entire adventure, hit the subscribe button below and then the bell to be notified every time a new episode is uploaded. Thanks for dropping by. I will see you again very soon on another episode of M Cubed. Cheers.